You hold a map to forgotten space. It is a disk of polished star metal, cool and heavy in your hands. Lines of light shift across its dark surface. They show paths between unknown stars. They trace rivers of lost time. This chart is your life's work. It is your only real treasure. You spent decades finding its pieces. You followed whispers and ancient signals. You chased rumors on desolate moons. Many said these paths were myths. They called you a dreamer or a fool. But you found them. The map shows the way to wonders. It reveals secrets of the universe. Entire star systems lie hidden there. They are untouched and full of resources. Anyone holding this map holds immense power. The chart is more than just data. It is a masterpiece of cartography. Every line is a memory. Every star is a challenge you overcame. You know its every curve and junction. The map is a part of you, and you are its only keeper. Your ship is small, but it is yours. The cockpit hums around you quietly. The map rests on its glowing pedestal. Its light is the only light you need. It promised a future of discovery, a life of quiet exploration. That was the dream you always held. But dreams have a funny way of changing. They can shatter in a single moment, and a new reality can take their place, a reality you never once expected. Outside your view screen, a world waits. A world with a problem your map might solve. You just do not know it yet. For now, you simply hold your treasure. You trace the glowing lines with one finger. You feel the weight of all that knowledge, the weight of your entire life. You are the keeper of forgotten ways, and that has always been enough. There is a child who is fading away. She belongs to the Cygnian people. They are a gentle, star-born race. Their bodies are woven from soft light. Their laughter sounds like wind chimes. But now, there is little laughter. A strange blight has fallen upon them. They call it the dimming. It is a silent and creeping sickness. It leeches the inner light from its victims. It leaves behind a hollow, gray shell. Their healers have no cure for this. Their best experts are completely baffled. You were invited to their home world, a place of floating cities and soft glows. You came to trade for ship parts. You did not expect to see such sorrow. The child's name is Lyra. Her family brings you to her side. She lies on a bed of woven energy. Her light is a faint, trembling flicker. It should be a vibrant, playful aura. Instead, it looks like a dying candle. Her parents watch with helpless sadness. Their own light seems dimmer for it. You have seen many things in your travels. You have faced down pirates and cosmic storms. You have witnessed stars being born. You have seen empires fall to dust. But this quiet grief feels different. It is a slow and unstoppable drain. There is no enemy to fight here. There is only a life slowly extinguishing. The little girl does not cry. She's too weak to make a sound. She just watches the world with large, dark eyes, eyes that seem to hold an old sorrow. You feel a strange pull in your chest, a feeling you have not had in a long time. It is the urge to do something, to find a solution where there is none. But you are a mapmaker. You chart the void between worlds. You do not have the power to heal. You can only offer your silent sympathy. And for now, that feels like nothing at all. It feels like a profound failure. The elders of the Cygnian people approach you. Their leader is an ancient one named Elder Kai. His own light is steady but soft with age. He moves with a slow, deliberate grace. He tells you of an old story, a myth from the dawn of their time. The story speaks of a star cradle, a place where new suns are born. The legend says a powerful energy flows there. a light that can mend any broken thing, a light that can rekindle any dying flame. He says they believe the star cradle is real. Their ancestors left behind fragmented charts, small pieces of a much larger puzzle. For centuries they tried to find the source. They failed every single time. The path was too complex, too hidden. He shows you their oldest star charts. The patterns are familiar to you. You have seen them before. They are on your own map. You realize with a sudden shock, the mythical place they speak of is real. It exists on your priceless chart. A desperate hope ignites in Elder Kai's eyes. He asks if you know the way. He asks if your map shows this place. The path there exists only on your map. You are the only one who can guide them. The fate of their people, of that child, rests on this legend. It rests on the secrets you hold. For them, it is a prayer whispered into the void. For you, it is a confirmed location, a place you plan to visit one day, for the sheer joy of discovery. Now it has a different meaning. It is not a destination anymore. It is a cure, a single point of light on your map, a point that could save a life. The weight of your treasure feels heavier now. It is no longer just your legacy. It has become someone else's last hope. A choice is placed before you, a choice you never asked to make. Word travels fast in the star lanes. The news of your map is out, a priceless chart to forgotten space. Someone else has heard the rumors. A powerful guild wants your chart. They are known as the Axiom Guild. They are collectors of rare and powerful things, and they always get what they want. Their massive ship appears in orbit. It eclipses the local sun. A shadow falls over the hopeful world. They send you a single message, an invitation to meet their leader. You meet him on his opulent command deck. He calls himself Administrator Vex. He is polished and sharp and predatory. He smiles, but it does not reach his eyes. His uniform is ridiculously ornate. It probably costs more than your entire ship. He speaks of your map with reverence. He calls it a work of unparalleled genius. He understands its true worth, or so he claims. He makes you an offer of wealth beyond your dreams. He promises you entire planets, your own fleet of new ships, a life of luxury and endless power. Anything you desire can be yours. All you have to do is give him the map. He says your work deserves to be rewarded, not hidden away on a small vessel. He paints a picture of a glorious future, a future where you are a king, where you never have to worry again. You listen to his smooth words. You look at his hungry eyes. You know he does not care about discovery. He cares only about exploitation. He would strip those forgotten worlds bare. He would sell their secrets to the highest bidder. The map in his hands would be a weapon, a tool for greed and conquest. You think of the child, Lyra, her fading light. His offer feels cold and empty, a vulture's promise of a feast. You return to the Cygnian city. The guild's immense ship still hangs in the sky, a constant reminder of their offer. You ask to see the child again. You need to understand what is at stake. You need to see it with your own eyes. The family leads you back to her room. The air inside is heavy with silence. Her fading light is even weaker now. It is a pale and fragile thing. The vibrant colors are almost gone. She is a whisper of who she used to be. Her parents do not speak. They just stand beside her, their hands intertwined. Their sorrow is a physical presence in the room. It clings to the walls and the air. You watch the child's chest rise and fall. Each breath is a tiny, shallow effort. She looks so small against the bed, so helpless against the encroaching dark. You see your own reflection in the room's polished walls, a lonely human far from home, a keeper of secrets and stars. What good are all your secrets now? You sit by her bedside for hours. You tell her stories of your travels. You speak of nebulae that look like flowers. You describe planets with glass deserts. You talk about the music that asteroids make. You pour out the wonder of the cosmos, all the things your map has shown you. You are not sure if she can hear you, but her eyes remain fixed on your face, a flicker of something in their depths, a faint spark of curiosity. Or maybe it is just your imagination. As you speak, you feel your resolve harden. The guild's offer of planets and fleets feels absurd. What are planets compared to this one life? What is a fleet of ships to this one family? The map is your legacy, your life's work. But what is a legacy worth if it is built on silence and regret? You stand up from the bedside. You have made your decision, a terrible and unthinkable choice. Your legacy is etched on that map. Every line is a year of your life. Every secret star cluster a victory. To give it away is to give away yourself. It is your past and your future, the only thing you have ever truly owned. You think about all the lonely nights, the years spent chasing faint signals, the risks you took to chart the unknown, all for this single, beautiful creation. The thought of losing it is a physical pain. It feels like cutting off a part of your soul. A life hangs in the balance. A child's life. You pace the floors of your small ship. The star metal chart glows on its pedestal. It seems to mock you with its beauty. It offers you a universe of wonders. But it cannot fix this one small problem. It cannot relight a single fading life. You came out here to be free, to be unbound by rules and obligations. You wanted a life of pure discovery. You did not ask to be a hero. You certainly did not plan for this. It is almost funny in a terrible way. You hold the key to untold riches, and the only thing you want is something money cannot buy. The choice is clear, but it is not simple. Your mind wars with your heart. Your mind screams to protect your work. Your legacy must be preserved. Your heart aches for the little girl, for her family's quiet despair. This is the true test of a person, not the dangers you face in the void, but the choices you make when you are safe, when the cost is personal and high. You could leave. You could take your map and disappear. No one would ever blame you. No one would even know. But you would know. You would carry that knowledge forever. Every star you discovered would be tainted. Every beautiful vista would be haunted. Haunted by the memory of a fading light, a light you could have saved. You stop your pacing. You look at the map one last time. You have memorized its every detail. The true art of a cartographer. The map is not the metal disc. It was never the disc. It is in your mind. And you know what you have to do. You contact Administrator Vex. You agree to meet him again. This time, the meeting is on your terms. You choose a neutral location, a quiet observation deck on the space station. You stand before him, a simple mapmaker. He stands there like a conquering emperor. He thinks he has already won. He smiles that cold, thin smile. He believes your greed has won out. He's about to be very disappointed. You tell him you will sell the map. But you do not want his planets. You do not want his fleets or his credits. His eyes narrow with suspicion. He does not understand. Greed is the only language he speaks. You tell him your price. The price is the cure for the child. The Axiom Guild has the most advanced medical tech. Their bioprinters and gene weavers are legendary. They can build a cure if they are forced to. You demand they synthesize a remedy for the dimming. You demand they deliver it and save the child. Vex is silent for a long moment. Then he throws his head back and laughs, a harsh, grating sound. He finds your offer amusing. He calls you a sentimental fool. He tells you a single alien child is worthless. He says the map is worth 1,000 star systems. You do not argue with him. You simply state your terms again, the map for the child's life. No other offer will be considered. Your voice is quiet but firm. He studies you for a long time. A strange look crosses his face, a flicker of something like grudging respect, or maybe it is just tactical analysis. He finally nods his head slowly. He agrees to your terrible bargain. He says his ship will prepare the cure, and the map will be his. The deal is struck, a bargain made between a fool and a vulture. And you know, deep down, that one of you is being played. You just have to make sure it is not you. The transaction is clinical and cold. You are in a sterile white room. It is aboard the Guild's massive ship. Administrator. Vex stands across from you. 2 of his heavily armed guards flank him. Behind them is a state-of-the-art medical pod. Its lights are green and active. It hums with latent power. This is the supposed delivery system for the cure. The star metal disc containing your map is in your hands. It feels impossibly heavy. Vex gestures toward the pod. He explains that it contains the necessary agents. It will flood the child's room with healing energy. The process is ready to begin. All he needs is the chart. The moment is here, the culmination of your life's work. Trade it away for a promise from a man you do not trust. You look at his expectant face. You look at the humming medical pod. You take a slow, deep breath. Your hands are empty. You have handed him the disc. He holds it with greedy reverence. He turns it over and over in his hands. He is like a child with a new toy, a very, very dangerous toy. He smiles at you. The deal is done, he says. Your chart now belongs to the Axiom Guild. The keys to the Forgotten Stars are his. He runs a finger over the glowing lines. He is already dreaming of his new empire. You watch him, your expression unreadable. Your heart feels hollowed out. A lifetime of work is in that man's hands, a man who will use it for personal gain. You have done the right thing. You know you have. But it does not make the loss any easier. You nod toward the medical pod. You tell him to honor his end of the bargain. You tell him to save the child. Now, Vex looks up from the map. The smile on his face grows wider. It is a cruel and triumphant thing. He shakes his head slowly. He tells you that you are truly a fool, a soft-hearted, misguided fool. He says legends are for children. The star cradle is a myth. The cure he promised is an illusion. He was never going to save the child. Why would he waste resources on such a thing? The medical pod behind him powers down. Its green lights turn a dead, final red. You have been betrayed. Your greatest secret was traded for a lie. The Guild's ship departs. It disengages from the station with a heavy thud. Vex's mocking laughter echoes in your comms. He tells you to enjoy your noble sacrifice. He says your legacy is now his property. Then, they are gone. The massive ship rips a hole in space-time. It vanishes into the void, leaving you alone in the sterile white room, leaving you with your broken promise. The Cygnian elders watch from the observation window. Their hopeful faces crumble into despair. You have failed them completely. You sacrificed everything for nothing. The weight of your failure is immense. It presses down on you, crushing you. The silence in the room is absolute, broken only by the faint hum of life support. You look down at your empty hands, the hands of a mapmaker with no map, the hands of a hero with no victory, a cruel deception from beginning to end. He played on your hope. He used your compassion against you. You were so focused on the price. You never stopped to think he would simply lie. This is the world Vex lives in, a world of power and leverage, a world where kindness is a fatal weakness. And you just showed him your greatest weakness. You stare out the viewport at the empty space, the space where your legacy just disappeared. You stand in the silence for a moment longer. The elders are turning to leave. Their shoulders are slumped in defeat. Then you do something unexpected. You smile. It starts as a small twitch of your lips. It grows into a wide, genuine grin. The Signian elders stop and stare. They think you have lost your mind to grief. But you have never been more sane. You smile because the map they hold is a lie. The true path was never for sale. You turn to Elder Kai. You tell him that a true cartographer is also an artist, and every artist knows the value of a good forgery. The star metal disc you gave to Vex was a masterpiece, a perfect and perfectly useless copy. The roots on it are real. Oh yes, they are very real. But they do not lead to forgotten wonders. They lead to the most boring places in the galaxy. Cosmic dead ends and empty nebulae. It is a scenic tour of absolutely nothing. You also added a special detour, a little surprise just for Administrator Vex. The final coordinates lead into a gravity well, a tricky piece of space-time with only one way out. It will take his guild months to escape, months of tedious calculations and wasted fuel. It was a contingency plan you made long ago, for exactly this kind of situation. You never give away the master copy. That is the first rule of map-making. You just forgot to mention it to Vex. Maybe send him a fruit basket later. A new hope dawns on the elders' faces. They look at you with renewed awe. You were not a fool. You were a master strategist. You planned for the betrayal from the very start. The cartographer's gambit has paid off. Vex has a useless piece of metal, and you still hold the real key. The true map was never on a disk. It has always been safely stored. Stored in the one place Vex could never reach. Inside your own mind. You do not waste another moment. You return to your small ship. The stray light greets you with familiar comfort. Its engines hum a welcome. This vessel is not fancy or powerful, but you know its every plate and wire. It has been your home for decades. It is reliable and tough, and it is all you need. You settle into the worn pilot's chair. The controls feel like an extension of your own hands. You are where you belong. You take your small ship into the void. You plot a course away from the station, away from the prying eyes of others. Once you are in deep space, you begin. There is no star metal disk. There is no physical chart. You close your eyes and focus. The true map is etched in your memory, a complex web of pathways and stellar coordinates. You call it up in your mind's eye. Then you project it onto your main view screen, a glowing tapestry of secret routes. This is the real map, far more detailed than the copy. It shows the hidden currents of space-time, the ghost lanes that other ships cannot see. It is a living, breathing document, one you have updated with every journey. You follow the secret route you memorized, a path that twists and turns. It weaves through dense asteroid fields. It skirts the edge of a sleeping black hole. It is a path that would destroy a lesser pilot or a larger, more clumsy ship. The Axiom Guild's vessel could never make this journey. It is too big and too slow. It relies on brute force to travel. Your path requires grace and precision, a deep understanding of star science, the kind of knowledge Vex would never value. He is a conqueror, not an explorer. and that is why he will always be lost. While you are on the right path, the dangerous path, the one that leads to hope. The true journey is perilous and beautiful. It tests your ship and your will. You are not just flying, you are dancing. A complex ballet with gravity and light. You navigate through a field of crystalline structures. They hang in the void like giant chandeliers. They sing when your ship passes by. A strange and haunting melody. The sound vibrates through your vessel's hull. A private concert at the edge of the universe. It is a place no one else has ever seen. Later, you surf a solar wave, a massive ejection from a distant, vibrant star. The stray light rides the crest of energy. The maneuver requires perfect timing. A single mistake would vaporize your ship. But you handle the controls with calm precision. You feel the raw power of the cosmos. It is a thrilling and humbling experience. This is why you became an explorer. For moments exactly like this. For the sheer, untamed beauty of it all. The guild will never know this feeling. All their wealth cannot buy this. You pass through a nebula known as the Maelstrom, a swirling vortex of colorful gas and dust. It jams all sensors and communication. Inside it, there is only your skill. You fly on instinct and memory. You trust the map in your head. The ship is tossed and turned by unseen currents. Alarms flash on your console, but you hold the course steady. You are the eye of your own small storm. Emerging from the other side is like a rebirth. You are greeted by a sky of unfamiliar stars, stars that welcome you to the forgotten quadrant. The journey changes you. It reminds you of what is important. It is not about owning the map. It is about the journey it allows, the wonders it reveals, the challenges it presents. Your purpose is not to hoard secrets. It is to witness them. And right now, to use them for something good, something greater than yourself. You are close now. The ship's instruments begin to detect a strange energy, a faint and powerful resonance. You have arrived, the source of the healing light. It is not a single star or planet. It is a vast and shimmering nebula, a place of impossible power. New suns ignite in its depths. Their brilliant flares light up the swirling clouds. It is a cosmic nursery, a place of pure creation. This is the Star Cradle. The legend was real all along, and it is more magnificent than any story. You ease the stray light into the nebula's edge. The energy readings on your console go wild. The ship is bathed in a warm, golden light. It feels like life itself, pure and untamed. This is the energy that can heal the child. But you cannot simply bottle it up. It is too volatile, too potent. You need to capture a specific frequency, a gentle and stable harmonic of the light. Your ship is equipped for this task. You designed the equipment yourself years ago, a specialized containment field. You just never expected to use it quite like this, for a purpose so vital. You extend a long, delicate probe from your ship. It moves slowly toward the heart of a forming star. You must be precise. Too close, and the probe will melt. Too far, and the energy will be too weak. It is like threading a needle in a hurricane. Your full concentration is on the task. Sweat beads on your forehead. The ship groans under the strain of the energy field. You find the right frequency, a soft, pulsing wave of golden light. You open the containment vessel. The energy flows into your device. It is a gentle stream of pure life. The vessel fills slowly. You watch the levels rise with anticipation. A feeling of profound awe washes over you. You are a tiny being in a place of immense creation. A humble mapmaker borrowing a spark of life, a spark to carry back across the void. The containment field seals shut. The sample is secure. Your mission here is done. You have what you came for. You return with the life-giving energy. The journey back is a blur of focus. There is no time for sightseeing now. Every moment is critical. The stray light performs flawlessly. It pushes its engines to their absolute limit. You do not sleep. You do not rest. You are fueled by adrenaline and hope. You navigate the secret paths with speed and precision. The maelstrom is a fading memory. The singing crystals are a distant echo. There is only the mission now. You arrive back in the Signian system. You contact Elder Kai immediately. They guide you down to the planet's surface. You land your ship in a sacred plaza. A crowd has gathered, silent and watchful. They part to let you through. You carry the containment vessel in your hands. It glows with a soft, warm light. It feels like holding a tiny, sleeping sun. You are led back to Lyra's room. The family waits with anxious faces. They have not left her side. You enter the room. The child's light is barely a flicker, a single faint spark in the darkness. You are just in time. You kneel by her bedside. You open the containment vessel. There is no dramatic explosion, no sudden flash. Just a gentle release of golden energy. It flows out like a slow, warm river. It spirals through the air. It moves toward the child. It touches her and seems to sink into her form. For a moment, nothing happens. The silence is deafening. Then, the spark of her light brightens. It grows from a flicker to a flame. The pale gray of her form recedes. Hues of blue and violet return. The light expands, filling the room. It is vibrant and strong and full of life. Lyra's eyes open. They are clear and bright. She sits up and looks around. Her family rushes to her side. Tears of joy stream down their faces. Their own lights flare in celebration. A promise has been kept. A life has been restored. You are a legend without a map. Your story is told across the star systems. They speak of the human cartographer, the one who traded the universe for a child. You did not stay for the celebrations. You slipped away before they could thank you. That was never what you wanted. You left the Signian people in peace, with their child healthy and their future bright. Your small ship, the Stray Light, feels bigger now. Less like a lonely vessel, more like a protector. Your name is spoken in quiet cantinas. It is whispered in the halls of power. Some say you are a fool, a man who gave away infinite riches. Others say you are a hero, a symbol of true wealth. You are the man who understood the value of things. You knew what was treasure and what was just metal. The Axiom Guild eventually freed itself. They limped back to their territory, humiliated. Their reputation was shattered. Administrator, Vex became a joke, the man who was outsmarted by a mapmaker's heart. You continue your travels among the stars. But things are different now. You no longer guard your secrets so fiercely. You share your knowledge with those who are worthy, those who seek discovery over domination. You guide struggling colonies to new resources. You help refugees find safe haven. The map in your mind has a new purpose. It is a tool for compassion, a guide for those in need. Your legacy is not a disk of star metal. It is not a collection of secret roots. Your legacy is the light in a child's eyes. It is the hope you gave to a desperate people. It is the story they tell their children. The story of the human who sold his map. The one who taught the galaxy a lesson about what is truly priceless. You are no longer just a cartographer. You are a keeper of promises, an explorer of not just space, but of the heart. And your journey is far from over. There are always more stars to see. There are always more maps to be made.